Good morning, Year 5. Your learning intention today is to add and subtract wholes and decimals. So we're going to be looking at whole numbers and decimal numbers and just adding and subtracting them together. On this first example here, you have a whole number and you have a decimal number. What we would need to do is add our placeholders in for the whole number, which would go here and here, and then we can start adding the numbers together. So when we put our placeholders in, it should end up looking like this. So now we have 6.00 plus 5.23. And what we've done there is we've just turned our whole number into a decimal number by adding placeholders, but the value is still the same. 6.00 is the same as 6. On this example here, you have a whole number and a decimal number. I want you to set that out on this grid over here. Remember to line up the numbers correctly when using the column method and think about each digit's place value. So please pause the video and have a go at setting out these two numbers. Okay, let's see how we did. So we'll start with the whole number, which is 38. So 38 would go before the decimal point because the 3 is worth tens and the 8 is worth ones. Let's have a look at the decimal number, 4.388. Let's start with the 4. So the 4 should go directly under the 8 because the value of it is ones, and then the other digits, 3, 8 and 8, would go after the decimal point because 3 is worth tenths, the 8 is worth hundreds, and the other 8 is worth thousands. Now we've got our whole number and our decimal number in place. We do need to add our placeholders, and they would go on the same line as the whole number, and then we can just simply start adding away. It's the same thing when it comes to subtracting decimal numbers and whole numbers. So let's have a look at this one. We have our whole number, which is represented over here with 2 tens and 6 ones, and we have our decimal number, which again is represented over here. Now we can't start subtracting these numbers because we haven't included our placeholder, which would go over here. So let's add that in. Now we can start subtracting. So the first thing we do is we look at 0. 0 take away 4, it's not possible. So we would need to exchange. We exchange from the ones and bring that over to the tenths. And we know that 1 is the same as 10 tenths. So you can see that the 5 has changed. It was a 6 before because we now only have 5 ones here because we brought the 1 over into the tenths. And now we have 10 tenths. Now we can begin to subtract. So 10 take away 4 equals 6. And the rest of the calculation is straightforward. 5 take away 3 is 2, and 2 take away 0 is 2. So now our answer is 22.6. And that was made easier and it made the calculation correct because we added that placeholder in and then we started to exchange when we subtracted. So here's another example for you that I want you to have a go at. We have a whole number and a decimal number. I want you to set them out on this grid over here and have a go at working them out. Again, remember to line up the numbers correctly when using column method and think about each digit's place value. So have a go at that now, please. Just pause the video. Right, let's have a look. So we'll start with the whole number, which is 71. That should be before the decimal point. And then we have 3.08. So the 3, it should be in the ones, just directly under the 1. And then we have 0 and 8 in the tenths and the hundredths. Again, we need to add our placeholders in, and then we would just go about subtracting. So we would need to just exchange, because we know that we can't do 0 take away 8. So we'd have to go along to the tenths. We still can't do that, so we'd have to go into the ones. Now, you've shown me that you can do this over the last few days when it came to subtracting decimal numbers. It's a similar concept, it's just this time we have a whole number which we need to change into a decimal number by adding placeholders, and then we just add or subtract. I know you can do it, but if you do get stuck, we are here to help. Just give us a message and we will be there to support you. Have a great day. Bye.